Hello and welcome back to Jules Math Tools, where math is made easy. In our session today, this is part 14 on working with our questions involving PEMDAS. And if you already see how we're going to solve this question, let's get started. So in our session today, we are solving another question involving PEMDAS. And in this question, we have three operation signs that we're working with. But I'm going to show you something that you probably didn't know that you can do when you are solving these types of questions. Now, we know that in this operation, that division and multiplication usually always comes before our addition. But did you know that in a question like the one that we are looking at, you can actually work multiplication and division at the exact same time? So here's what we're going to do. The first thing I'm going to do is focus on applying my keep, change, and flip rule. And applying my keep, change, and flip, that means that my 1/2 will remain the same. I'm going to change my division to multiplication, and then I'm going to flip or take the reciprocal of my second fraction. And now once I've done that, I'm going to return everything else back to my question. And as you return everything back to your question, please ensure that everything is being returned exactly where it is in the question, and the correct operation signs are also included. So now that we have applied our keep, change, and flip rule to change our division to multiplication, I'm now going to multiply my two fractions together, and then I will add their sum afterwards. So we're going to multiply our 3 times 2, which is equal to 6, and multiply our 4 times 3, which is equal to 12. And remember, if you know how to simplify your fractions, by all means, you could also do that in this step as well. So now we're going to multiply our 1 times 8, which is equal to 8, and 2 times 5, which is equal to 10. So remember, as I said before, if you are able to simplify your fractions, you can also perform that step at this point or in the process of multiplying your fraction. So what I'm going to do at this point is, let's simplify our fraction. So I'm going to divide my 6 by 6, and I will also divide 12 by 6. So 6 divided by 6 will equal to 1, and 12 divided by 6 will equal to 2. So let's plug in our 1/2. And now we have our 8. I will divide my 8 by 2. Since 8 and 10 are both even numbers, I know that they can be divided by 2. So 8 divided by 2 will equal to 4. And 10 divided by 2 will equal to 5. Now, of course, we know that whenever we are adding and subtracting fractions, if their denominators are different, we have to find the LCD. Now, granted, as I look for the LCD of my 2 and 10, some of you may have noticed it earlier that with my 10 in my denominator, I didn't really have to reduce that fraction since I'm going to convert it to its equivalent form, and 10 is the LCD of both 2 and 5. That means that my fraction that I just changed, I will be changing it right back to the form that it was before I simplified my fraction. Now, there are cases where sometimes this happens, but it's all good. We are still going to get that additional practice in. So I know that 2 times 5 will equal to 10, and 1 times 5 will equal to 5. So now for our second fraction, we know that 2 times 5 is equal to 10, and 4 times 2 is equal to 8. Now let's add our fractions. So we're going to add our 5 plus 8, which is equal. So I'm just going to jot that up here in case you're following so we don't leave anyone behind. So 5 plus 8 is equal to 13. And our denominator of 10 will remain the same. And remember that because this is an improper fraction, we do have to convert it to its mixed fraction form. So I know that 10 divides into 13 once, and when 13 subtracts 10, that gives me a remainder of 3, and my 10 will remain in my denominator. Okay, so there you have it. We just calculated another fraction involving PEMDAS. This one was a little bit more trickier than the last one, but as always, once we get our practice up and our skill enhances, the working, or regardless of how it comes, we're able to perform it more smoothly. So as always, get some additional practice in, and I'll see you right here in the next session on Jules Math Tools, where the aim is always to make math easy.